Welcome to Scully Wood and Metal. I'm your host, Gary Skurlock. I have a very small shop, so I have to move my car out to do work. I hope you enjoy my video. Please leave your comments below. Today I'm working on my 1956 Rockwell 11 by 36 inch metal lathe. It was in a fire and then allowed to sit for several years in a warehouse. Today I'll begin disassembly of the headstock for cleaning and inspection. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and leave any constructive comments below. Right now I'm pulling off the gear changer for the lead screw, and I had it loose already, so it came off pretty easy. And I'm also now taking out the Allen head screws for that metal boss right there. I'm hoping to find some bearings underneath when I get it off. This is an American made lathe, and all the Allen head screws are all American, using American sizes, inches, instead of metric. And I don't use my American set too often, and I have two sets of metric Allen wrenches, but I only have one set of American because I just don't. All my cars I work on are foreign cars, so I'm accustomed to working with metrics. Now I'm taking off the detent that the arm locks into when you change gears. It's just a metal plate that has holes in it for the pins to lock into when you shift the gear on the lathe for whatever size threads you want to make. When these small gears operate the lead screw, which allows the lathe to make cut threads and stuff in metal. So we get that off. It's pretty easy, really. All these screws are coming out really easy. Surprisingly, they're not rusted in or super tight. That just pops right off. And the metal looks in good shape. It's not pitted or anything like you would expect with rust. The next piece I'm taking off is a speed changer, and it's held in with very large machine screws with the regular screwdriver head. My screwdriver has a hex boss on it, so I can apply a wrench to the screws to loosen them, and it helps out quite a bit. The other trick I use is I put the crescent wrench down near the blade of the tip, and it also helps, does the same process. It helps you break screws loose that are really tight. Also, tapping on the end of the screwdriver kind of sends a little shock down through the screw and loosens rust and anything, and helps the screws come out a little easier. And so that's what I'm doing there. When I'm tapping on it, I'm helping to loosen the rust and stuff. I'm taking the arm off now, and there's another screw under there. I'm going to take that out. And like I say, these are all coming out very, very easily, and they don't seem to be pitted or rusted that bad. And you can see on the side of the case there that there was a tag, an aluminum tag. It was melted, but again, the biggest thing I have is that the two shafts that go through this headstock are rusted solid, and I can't turn them. And I don't want to apply a wrench to them just to turn them to, possibly break something. So hopefully I'll get it disassembled. I was working on this little cover trying to take it off, and there's a pin on the end of that shaft, and it's just a little teeny tiny pin that sticks through the shaft, and I had to file it down and still couldn't get the cover off. I had to file it down some more. I kind of don't want to file too much on the shaft because it'll mess it up. I'm spraying on some penetrating oil, and you can see how rusty and everything is. This is the business end of the lathe where the chuck is installed, and it's a tapered piece of metal that the chuck fits over. This lathe has two chucks. They came with it, a 3-jaw and a 4-jaw chuck. Both of them are rusted tight, and I have to disassemble them as well. I'll do that on a different video. Right now I'm trying to get the spring clip out that's holding that silver ring on, and it's a really big spring clip, and that's the biggest spring pliers I have. I don't have anything bigger, and it's all I can do. Just so you can see where they're folded over, they're just not quite big enough to do the job, but it's working. I'm getting the ring out. I could use a pair of pliers that were just a little bit bigger. You can see the ring now, how big it is. It's a really big piece of steel. And put my screwdriver in there, see if I can pry on it. I don't want to scar up that tapered cone, because that's a very precise fit into the chuck. So I don't want to scratch or damage it. Of course, that's hardened steel, and my little screwdriver is probably not going to do much damage to it anyway. But I'm real close. You can see the clip starting to come out. Try to play with it a little more, fish it out of there, and get ready for a surprise. It's close. I'm going to pry on it a little bit right here, and yeah, there it goes. It shot off, went underneath my car. Here's a slow motion replay. And even with the slowest slow motion I have available, it's gone. I mean, you can't even see it. It goes so fast. But here we go. Any second now. So I'm just prying. Oh, there it went. And it's so fast that even the slow motion can't catch it. Anyway, got it off, and now I'm going to pull that ring. Should come right off, and that's about all I can do for today. I'm going to let it soak in this penetrating oil, and hopefully I'll get some feedback on how to further disassemble this headstock, and so I can get to the bearings and inspect them and see if I can replace them or just fix what I have. So anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate it.